The Cincinnati Bengals have gone from the Bungles to a team that really can produce at the end of games. Four of their games have gone down to the wire. They've won three, and the one that they lost was on a last-minute deflected pass that was kind of fluky. Now they go in to play Baltimore. The Ravens are kind of ticked off after last week's loss in New England, where they played quite well, but they had turnovers and some drop passes that really cost them in that game. They could have won that game and been 4-0. So this is a terrific matchup in the AFC North, a division that's looking a lot stronger than most people thought it would when the season began. And there's no reason to believe that the winner of this game won't go on to have a really strong season. If it's the Ravens, perhaps even be a Super Bowl contender. Much of the support this year so far through one quarter of the season for top coach of the year might go to Josh McDaniels in Denver. I would argue it should be Mike Singletary in San Francisco, who's completely turned around the culture there. And that team believes it can win, and it is winning. The 49ers are 3-1. They could be 4-0. They're 2 seconds away from that. A loss to Brett Favre and the Minnesota Vikings on a long pass at the end of the game 2 weeks ago. And now they play the Falcons, a team that's coming off a bye, has gone 2-1, and the one loss was at New England, a tough place to play. This is kind of a measuring stick game for both teams. Unfortunately, the 49ers won't have Michael Crabtree, their top draft pick, who signed on Wednesday after a long holdout. He won't be available for this game, probably be ready after they have a bye week. And the Falcons come in with a strong running game and a defense that seems to be developing. So it's a really good matchup by the Bay. Probably the intriguing matchup of the weekend is in Denver, where the Patriots, with the mentor, Bill Belichick, goes against one of his students, Josh McDaniels, who's coaching the Broncos. The Broncos are 4-0, a shocking 4-0. There are many people who didn't think they'd win 4 games all season. The Patriots are 3-1, but have shown some holes both on offense and on defense, but maybe they're starting to hit their stride. This is a game that will prove a lot on both sides. If the Broncos can play close with the Patriots or maybe even beat them, then you have to consider them one of the more powerful teams in the AFC because they're not only winning, but they've played some decent teams and won. However, if the Patriots win, and particularly if it's a one-sided game, you have to look at the Patriots as maybe starting to get back to that level they were at 2 years ago. Tom Brady seems to be healthy. The offense hasn't clicked the way it did in 2007, which is not something you should expect. But maybe in this game against the Denver defense that has maybe overachieved, we might look for the Patriots to really get on stride.